Hello everybody, I am Scott Halford and welcome to your online course for Web 2300. This is the Premiere Pro video editing course for Weber State University. So nice to meet you in these pandemic times. Today's the first day of class and I really hope that you have a good semester and learn everything you want to know from me. So if you're taking this class, you are probably taking it for a couple of reasons. It's part of the requirements for a multimedia degree at Weber State, or you're just interested in getting into video editing. Maybe you already are into video editing, you know Premiere Pro already. Well, if that's the case, then I hope to see some really exceptional work from you. If you are just starting out, then don't worry. This course is designed for people who have never opened up a video editor before. It is expected that you have some experience with some multimedia software, whether it be Illustrator or Photoshop or something similar. All of the key commands and the tools are pretty universal between all of the Adobe software. So building on those fundamentals is really important for this class. A little bit about me. I've been teaching this class for 13 or 14 years now. We converted it to an online class last year. So even though most of the classes are probably going to end up being online for your school year, this class has already been kind of online for a while. If you have any problems with any of the lessons, just let me know. A couple of them were recorded a few years ago. The software is still pretty much the same, but if what you're seeing on screen is different enough, just let me know and I can update the lesson. But welcome to video editing. I'm Scott Halford and I'm your host. Yeah, even though this is on YouTube, I'm not really a YouTuber. I am, however, a video editor and a filmmaker and a motion graphics artist. So here I am in my home office in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Yes, that's correct. I moved here a little over a year ago to escape the bad Utah air. But all the people at Weber State asked me if I would still be willing to teach this class and make it online. So you could say that I already prepared myself for teaching in the world that we live in now. So I hope you're all safe and well and that you are excited to learn with me. So let's get into the syllabus. We need to talk about this class a little bit. As you can see, I'm starting on the calendar for Canvas. I started out learning, I didn't actually learn how to use Canvas. I just went in and started clicking around and I found that I could click on the calendar somewhere and create an event. And then I could also create assignments and make those be the due dates and write all the descriptions. And so that's how I taught myself how to use Canvas. So the calendar is kind of king. Check the calendar for whatever day we're on. I'm actually recording this on the 25th of August. I got on yesterday and made sure everything was ready to go and thought last year's syllabus recording was fine, but then I forgot to publish the course. And so I figure, I might as well redo this syllabus and make it a little bit more relevant to the life that we're living now. But if you click on anything on this calendar, there will be links to the lessons. So usually there's a YouTube link. There's for the lesson of that day that covers all the different topics that I'll be going over that day. So today is the syllabus. This is going to change because I'm going to update it. But if you want to go take a look at my Vimeo page, my Vimeo page is right here, vimeo.com/ForesightStudios. I do have my own production company. I also work for an ad agency called Thomas Arts. They're headquartered in Farmington. And so I've kind of been at this for a little while, but that doesn't mean I know everything. And I certainly know that I am not the best at what I do, but I definitely love what I do. So I bring that passion to this class and hopefully you'll get a passion for it as well. So let's go to the course. look at the syllabus. So here's a little note about me. This is my email address that you can get a hold of me at. This is my phone number. And like I say, I am working in this industry, so I am not on my Weber email, and I don't get my Weber email push notifications to my phone or to my computer because I've got 2 other email accounts that I'm getting bombarded with emails every day. So if you have a question or a concern, feel free to text me at this number. And if I'm at my computer, I'll be able to respond to the text. And if I'm not, then just the main thing is to communicate with me through email, but always shoot me a text to let me know that you have emailed me. That way I can know to go check my email and answer your questions. So like I said, we're building on the prerequisites of having some multimedia experience. Photoshop is the most referenced, so it's kind of the preferred prerequisite for this class. Now my objectives are to teach you the principles of audio and video editing so that you can go on and either do vlogs or webcasts or motion picture or commercials or corporate videos or whatever it is you want to do. So you're going to learn how to produce your own films, but for the most part, you're going to be taking video that I have already shot or I've acquired from different places and using those to learn how to edit. Now, I actually spend most of my day when I edit in Premiere or in Final Cut Pro. So if you want to learn Final Cut Pro, I can provide support there, but these lessons do focus on teaching Premiere. So there's other stuff that you could be using, like After Effects, Photoshop, Illustrator, Audition, any of those things. I will say that not to diss on video editors, but there are a lot of video editors out there. Like a lot of people are learning how to do it. The nice thing about that is that every business needs a video for their website now, because video is the new photo. Like people aren't hanging around on websites or social media feeds if there's not video playing. So the field is wide and there's plenty of room for you to have a career in video editing if you want. Now, that being said, not everybody is learning how to do motion graphics with their video editing. So if you're taking this class, even for whatever reason, if you're just checking it off a list, I would still recommend that you take the After Effects class, the motion graphics class next semester, because being able to do motion graphics as well as video editing will really make you a lot more marketable as an artist. Having motion graphics as well as graphic design will also make you a much more marketable artist. Being able to say you can animate those social media ads that you're creating for a company in addition to designing them will really help you a lot in your career. So definitely take that class. It's an upper division class, and so it's harder, but it's very valuable. So I don't have a book, but if you want to have a text to reference, Classroom in a Book is great. I use Classroom in a Book for the After Effects class. That's how I taught myself After Effects. I taught myself video editing by just sitting down and slogging through it. And I took the very first Premiere class that was offered at Weber State and kind of taught myself how to do some video editing. But mainly it was I bought a camera, I built a computer when I was 21 and almost 20 years ago, and just started meeting up with anybody I could find who was interested in doing it as well. And that's how we all just would get together and we'd shoot stuff and we'd edit in our basements till we couldn't keep our eyes open anymore. And that's how I learned. And I will say that one of the things I say in this class a lot is if you have that kind of passion where like this class is kind of getting in the way of your creativity and you just like want to go make your own thing, I really support that a lot. Because if just getting through this class is a struggle and you're just getting these, well, it's supposed to be a struggle, But if you're struggling to keep your passion for this type of work, like doing these assignments, if you can't wait to be done with the assignments so you can be done working in Premiere Pro, then just think about how hard it will be to get through 40 to 60 hours of video editing every week in a professional job. You have to have a real passion for it to where you kind of can't get enough of it. And then if that's the case for you, you're going to have a very enjoyable career. So let's get back to this. The in-class lectures from previous years will be available on my YouTube channel. So if any of the links on the calendar are incorrect, just shoot me a text and I can look into it. I'll get that updated like right away. So like I say, there's not a textbook required, and that's so that you can buy yourself an external hard drive. It's my assumption that you're either using a laptop or that has limited hard drive space, or you're using a school computer that resets every single time you leave it. So you're going to need to have some external storage. Thumb drives have gotten a lot faster, like media cards and stuff, but they aren't usually as big and not as reliable for video editing because data transfers on video is a lot faster. So you need something that can keep up with the video editing. Any external hard drive you get, like a bus powered drive like this one, will work just fine. Any USB powered drive is great. Or, you know, if you have a USB-C or Thunderbolt drive, they're all great. In the next lesson, I do walk through how to format your drive using a Mac. I do all the instruction on a Mac, so when I just know that when I say command, it's actually control if you're using a PC, and if I say option, it's alt for your PC. So just bear with me there. Anything else that you're going to be needed, honestly, we're at the point now where you can shoot pretty dang good videos on your phone. So if you don't have a camera, like a video camera, I'm pretty sure you all have phones, and you can, for the very last project, you'll be able to shoot whatever you need to using your phone. So the course, I have some course notes that I kind of update occasionally, so don't really print those out, but you mean they're good for reference. But really the crux of this course is just following through the video lectures on YouTube. All of my files that I'll get to you are made available through Dropbox links, and they're usually zip files, so you can just click on those and your web browser will open it up and ask you to download it, and then you just need to make sure you have enough space on your computer to download it so that you can transfer it onto your external hard drive. So attendance, really there isn't any attendance because this is online, but make sure you're keeping up with the tasks as they come up on the calendar because you don't want to get behind. Now you can work ahead because it's all available to you right now, but I would, pace yourself and all that stuff. Some of the stuff at the end of the semester could change because I'm interested in knowing what you want to do. So if I start getting emails from any of you saying, hey, I really want to learn how to do this, or I really want to learn how to do that, I might change an assignment or two to kind of customize the class a little bit to what you guys want to learn. The only way for me to really know if you're cheating is if two of you turn in very similar projects. That means one of you ripped it off from the other student. And I know that because with video editing, there are so many different ways that every single person will video edit a project that if you turn in something that's almost exactly the same as somebody else, then one of you has copied it. So now if you do make a group project at the end, which I'll get into, then the edits will still be different, even though the footage is still going to be the same. So there will be three main projects that we do. The first project really is going to be just throw you into the deep end. I have some footage that I shot. I have separate audio that I shot. We do some color correcting, and you really just kind of deal with a single scene from beginning to end and everything that you're going to run into to make that scene. Now, then we'll have a commercial assignment, and then we'll either do like a documentary or a music video or something like that. So with the assignments, if you would like to substitute any of your own thing for any of these assignments, and you're into video production, but you don't want to do my commercial, you want to do your own thing, run it by me first. Just say, hey, I'm interested in doing this instead of an assignment, and I'll say, yes, that sounds good. Make sure you're doing X, Y, and Z in the assignment, and go off and do your own thing. Really, this class is to teach video editing, but if you have video production resources of your own lights and your own microphones, and you don't want to have to do my assignments, but you are looking for a good excuse to do your own short film or whatever, do that. I'm interested in you going off, getting skills, doing practice, and starting your own career. Like, just start doing it right now. Everything I'm providing is so that you can learn video editing if you don't have any resources like cameras and lights on your own. So there will be the 3 main 100-point projects, and then a few smaller assignments just to kind of like check in so that I know you're working and getting things off to the right start. Otherwise, those are the main assignments. We will have one written exam, final exam, and that has to be taken in a testing center. We'll probably figure out a way around that if testing centers end up getting closed to where you can't do them in person. We'll figure that one out. That's worth 100 points. And then your individual project will be worth 100 points. So everything you've done up until that individual project, that will be the one thing that you create your own footage. So whether it be on your phone or a camera that you have, that'll be your own thing, where you write your own script and do your own shooting and do your own editing. Now that really could be a group project. So if you get together with a couple other students in this class to do it, all of you will shoot the same footage, and then all of you will get to do your own version of the editing. So, and I always like that experiment because it creates so many different types of interpretations of the same footage. It's pretty awesome. The grading scale is pretty self-explanatory, pretty straightforward. A, B, C, D, and F, and all that stuff. Really, if you turn something in, like the minimum effort, like just getting something turned in, it's going to be pretty hard to fail this class. But it's also very hard to get 100% on anything. So 100% is reserved for the exceptional creative departure from my own thing. Like if it's really obvious that you really went for it creatively, that'll get you closer to 100. If you check everything off the list that you're supposed to do and you execute it to, if you get everything done that's required for the assignment, then you will get an A. Just if you're, have a growth mindset. Just know that an A is an A, whether it's 94 or 100. And if you don't like your grade, if you want to defend your work to me, you can. As a creative, you need to defend your work all the time. But if you don't like your grade, feel free to revise your project and take some feedback and turn it back in, and you can get a better grade. So, like I say, growth mindset, not fixed. So, like I say, that you'll have the 3 assignments. Late work does take a ding off of your grade. I will say that it is better to get something in, for this class anyway, it's better to get something in maybe a little late if it's going to be better. Because you can, again, revising something and turning it in again and making it better later, it's actually more impressive to me if you just take a little bit more time, get it done, work through your problems, and get it into me. Yeah, late work Okay, the SSD statement. If any of you have need special accommodations or services due to a disability, just let me know. Send me your thing. And I think that's kind of the main stuff that's on the syllabus. Like I've kind of said. Well, one thing about late work, I will say. About turning it in late, it's okay for this class because your consequence is only 10% deduction, but I will say that in the professional world, a deadline is a deadline. You have to meet those deadlines, and you have to plan your work and plan yourself so that you can meet those deadlines, because if you miss a deadline and it's crucial to some benchmark that your client needs, then you have to do whatever you have to do to get it turned in on time. And up to the standard that they need. So that's actually kind of good practice. Treat me like your client. Get work in on time, or even early. If you want early feedback before the deadline, then you can go through that revision process and actually get a better grade if your final version is turned in on time. So all right, so note for me, I want this to be a fun learning experience. I know it's only so interesting to listen to an unproduced lecture, but at the same time, the unproduced lecture makes it so that I go slow and a little bit slower. The super produced tutorials online sometimes go a little bit fast, and you have to kind of keep rewinding over and over, which you'll have to do anyway, but at least I go a little bit slower. And some of these were recorded when I was teaching in class, so you'll hear me answering questions in the video as well. Now, I want you to have a lot of fun, but I also want you to work hard. And if you run into roadblocks, then I want you to make sure you stick with it and get through it and get everything done, because I know that there's a wide range of talents that are developed in video production, and they're all meant to be challenging, but they're all meant to be rewarding, because it is a creative field. At the end of the day, we are creating things. So the first assignment really throws you into the deep end as far as all the different things that you'll have to work through. That's why we spend so many weeks on just the first assignment. But again, be sure to check the timeline regularly. And enjoy this class, and hopefully we'll see you in the After Effects class next semester. And yeah, shoot me those texts or write me those emails. Shoot me the text to let me know that you sent the email, and just keep in communication with me. All right, we'll catch you tomorrow when we start setting up Premiere. So catch you later.